Good evening. Welcome to Hastings Mystery Theater. I'm your host and mystery master, Randall Schaefer. Tonight, the corridors of mystery take us to 1943 for a Columbia production, Chance of a Lifetime. Tonight's movie is the 6th of Columbia's 14-film Boston Blackie series. Between Boston Blackie films, the star Chester Morris made lots of other movies. He became one of Hollywood's most prolific actors. He was born in New York City in 1901, and he was acting on Broadway at age 15. He worked on and off in silent movies at the same time, because during the silent era, New York City was the center of U.S. movie production. His first talkie was in 1929, and he was nominated for an Academy Award. The movie was Alibi. Chester Morris made movies for over 30 years, and after movies he worked on stage and on television, but in 1966 he was diagnosed with cancer. The treatment extended his life, but when he realized he was not going to survive, he committed suicide with pills. In tonight's movie, Blackie vouches for some prisoners seeking parole. They have skills valuable to the war effort, but when one of the parolees is accused of murder, Blackie must exonerate him, or all the parolees will be returned to prison. The director of tonight's movie was William Castle. Some years later, he made some delightfully cheesy movies and distributed them with unbelievable hype. He once wired theater seats to give a mild shock to the audience at a suspenseful moment. I know that. I was in that audience. Let's return to 1943. Enjoy Chance of a Lifetime.
Governor Rutledge, I'm not asking you or this parole board to open the gates of our prisons to habitual criminals. There's a great difference between the criminal and the lawbreaker. I'm pleading for the man who broke the law and regretted it 5 minutes later. The man who, through some unfortunate mistake, which he'd never make again, is serving a term behind prison walls. Now, paroling this particular type of convict so he can step into our factories and augment the war effort is a matter for your serious consideration, sir. These men have something to offer, something we can use.
May I ask a question?
Certainly.
The plan, then, would be to shorten the punishment of many prisoners, all out of proportion to the original sentence.
Exactly, sir. But what difference would that make?
A big difference, gentlemen. If you'll pardon me, Mr. Governor, may I say that men who have broken the law have forfeited their right to help their country.
As hard-boiled as ever, huh, Faraday?
I'm in the department, Blackie. I arrest criminals, not coddle them. You ought to know that.
And just as suspicious as ever.
As long as you're around, Blackie, I'm going to keep suspicion wrapped in the center of my brain.
Not much room for it.
Now, just a minute.
Gentlemen, please.
Sorry.
I apologize, Mr. Governor. But the disposition of these fellows is the result of fair legal process. Their fate has been determined by the courts based on a just consideration of their crime. Now, you can't toss the law around as though it were a basketball.
Well, if anyone can appreciate those remarks, I can.
Mr. Governor,
Warden Edwards.
I have over 2,000 men under my charge at Higbee Penitentiary. I should say that 10% of them are experts in various mechanical trades. These men have begged to be some kind of a soldier, to carry a gun or a monkey wrench or a stick of lumber or even a nail. I heartily endorse Blackie's plan and will cooperate with him, if so directed by you or the parole board.
Thank you, Warden.
Mr. Governor, I can almost guarantee the good behavior of the men selected. Mr. Manlitter, my good friend, operates the largest machine and tool plant in the state. May he say a few words, sir? Arthur?
Thank you. Mr. Governor, ladies and... I've known Blackie for many years, and we're firm friends. And I like his plan. It's a wonderful idea. Blackie's sincerity won me over. And I'm willing to give employment to any men released from prison that Blackie will bring to my establishment. Thank you.
Blackie, as the chief executive of this state,
I want to commend you for your unselfish effort. Of course, I can promise nothing until we have the parole board's recommendation.
Thank you, Mr. Governor. I'm sure Warden Edwards has explained the idea to you. Now, the governor hasn't accepted this on a wholesale basis as yet. So this is what might be termed a small retail job. However, he's given me a 3-month trial period. And you fellas are the guinea pigs. You'll all be assigned to machines making war materials. That's important work, men. But to you and to me and to 50,000 men watching you, it's not as important as the fact that the slightest infraction or misbehavior on anyone's part, any single one of you, and we're dead pigeons. And so are the chances for all the other cons. Now, it's a pretty big responsibility, boys. Are there any questions? Yes, Manny, what?
Are we going to live in our own homes, or are we going to be restricted?
You're going to live in my apartment with me. That's part of the deal. All except Dooley Watson. He won't be with us tonight. I've given him permission to visit his wife and child. That okay, Warden?
That's up to you, Blackie. You're responsible now. Men, you're an advance guard that the whole nation will be watching. I don't want to ever see any of you back here again, except as a visitor, like Blackie. Goodbye, and good luck. Get them into their civvies.
So long, fellas.
Thank you very much.
Come on, Tall. I know you'll come through.
So long.
See you later. Nice to see you again.
Blackie, you wait here.
Yes, Warden.
Blackie, you're taking a gamble on that Dooley Watson. He's tough. That payroll robbery was a nasty job.
Oh, he served 4 years and his record's clean. And I know that wife and kid he's coming home to. Besides, he's an expert welder.
All right, but don't be surprised if you wake up in the morning and the furniture's gone.
Listen, the first thing you're going to do in the morning is hustle some breakfast so those men won't be late for work. And, Runt, look, would you mind doing me a favor? Would you smile?
Oh, hello, Inspector. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
What's the matter, Arthur? Not enough sleep?
Well, no, it isn't that. Yes, that's it. Not enough sleep. And, you know, it makes me jittery in the morning. You know how it is when you... Well, come on in. I've been waiting for you.
How are all the men?
The what?
How are the men?
The men. Oh, the men are fine. They're wonderful. Look, see, there they are. Just working like beavers. You know how beavers work, Inspector. Have you ever seen? You know how they're cute. Well, you can see for yourself. Everything's ship-shape. And now that you have seen, come on in, will you? And I've got some nice, fresh Coronas for you. Yeah, you and the sergeant. I got them from Havana.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Manletter.
We'll take a look around if you don't mind.
If I don't mind, I do. Not mind at all. But, I mean, everything's going so well. And you know how beavers are. They're sensitive. And I thought, well, it's practically a waste of time to...
Practically?
Sure, Chief. I counted them. All 12 men are here.
That settles it. Come on.
Oh, what? Well, this is Joel Kaner. I'm Inspector.
All right.
And Manny Vogel. Mr. Vogel. Inspector.
Who else could it be?
All right.
And this is Benny Hines. Mr. Hines.
Okay.
This is Parker Gray.
Okay.
And Wilfred Thompson, you know.
All right.
And Elwood Stewart.
My name's Tex.
Yes, Elwood Tex Stewart. Excuse me.
Okay.
Yes. And William Jones. Mr. Jones.
All right.
Miss Jerome Wagner.
Okay.
And you know George Phillips, of course.
All right.
And this is Dooley Watson. Well, there you are, Inspector. That's the whole list, and everything's satisfactory, you see.
What's the matter, Watson? Can't you get out of your headgear?
Oh, why do you always have to be so suspicious, like a detective?
It's a little hobby of mine. This must be bad for a man's health. Dooley Watson was a half a head taller when I saw him yesterday.
No kidding. Shrunk quite a bit, huh?
Oh, well, it's the heat in here. I used to be quite a bit taller.
Uh-huh. Little boys shouldn't play with fire.
Hello, Ron.
Hello.
Where's Dooley Watson?
Oh, well, he's around here, Inspector. I assure you...
I don't like the smell of this man, Letter. Why is the runt covering up for Watson?
Well, you don't understand.
Where's Blackie?
He just went for a little walk, that's all.
It's a nice day for a walk.
Shut up. What am I supposed to think? A con gets out with $60,000 buried somewhere and doesn't show up the first morning. Blackie sold you a bill of goods, man, Letter, and you're in hot water up to your toupee.
Oh, I don't wear a toupee.
Come on, Matthews.
No, honestly, I don't. This is all my hair. You can see it's entirely... Oh, my goodness, did Blackie really go for a walk?
No, he went looking for Dooley. Well, I gotta go looking for him.
Oh, well, good luck. See if you can... Don't stop working, man. I told him you were beavers, and just keep it up.
Yeah, Mary?
Why did you worry me like this, honey? I woke up in the middle of the night and I couldn't figure out where you'd gone.
Well, it's all right now.
It can't be all right. I don't understand, Dooley. This is your first day at the factory. It's late. You've been there already, haven't you, honey?
No, I haven't.
But you can't let Blackie down like this.
I'm not letting anybody down. And that goes double for you and the kid. Look, do you see this? It's what's coming to me for all those years in stir. $60,000. That's mine. That's what I've been dreaming about. Get in there and start packing. We're leaving town, the three of us.
Are you crazy? That money doesn't belong to us. I always believed you when you said you didn't even know where it was.
Get in there and get the kid. How long do you think it'll be before Nails and Red will be on my tail? You'll want their cut.
That money's going to be turned over to the police.
And what do you think Nails and Red are going to be doing? Our lives won't be worth a plugged nickel. Come on, we're taking on the way.
What about Blackie? What about all those other men? No, Dooley, we're staying here.
Well, we'll never be safe from Red and Nails.
I'll take our chance on that. Who did you marry anyway? Those two crooks who've been laughing at you while you served time for them up in the pen? Don't be a fool, Dooley. I've stuck by you. I love you. And you have a son who believes you're a man. Come on, honey. Open your eyes.
I told you.
Wait, I'll put it in this.
Hurry up.
Hurry up.
Welcome home, Julie.
I'm Nails.
Good to see you, chum.
Bet you're as glad to see him as we are. You're not putting on a chill, are you? Well, you're old pals, remember?
Yeah, sure. Certainly I'm glad to see you. It's just that, we're a little surprised, that's all. We weren't expecting you yet.
Yeah, it was good hearing you got out.
Yeah, you didn't waste any time looking me up.
Are you kidding? The two guys have waited as long as we have for 40. Geez, well, they... You know what we've been doing? We've been hiding out in the apartment upstairs.
No.
Oh, yes.
You know, you fellas have got an awful disappointment coming.
What disappointment?
Well, you know, after the stick-up when the cops started shooting and we got separated, remember I ran across that vacant lot?
Yeah, go on.
There's a factory there. I jumped through the first-floor window and dropped the dough. It must have fell through the grating into the basement because I went back the first thing and it wasn't there.
What do you think we are, a couple of chumps?
Honest, Nails, I'm telling the truth.
How long did it take you to think up that phony?
Look, Dooley, we came here as pals. All we wanted was our cut. If that isn't clear enough to you, I'll draw you a diagram with this.
But he told you he hasn't got the money.
Red, look around the apartment. The dough must be here someplace. He wasn't out half the night just for fresh air.
I guess we'll have to dig it up ourselves.
You know, we haven't got much time. I don't want to get tough with you. And I'm an expert at it.
Mommy, let me stand here with you.
Run along and play in the other room, Johnny.
I want my doggy, Mommy.
Get him out of here.
Arf, 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 arf.
Will you stop that?
Arf, arf. The head comes off. Wanna see? It won't come off. Will you help me?
What is this, a kidney gun? Will you please get the kid out of here?
Come on, Johnny.
No, I want to stand here with you.
No,
Red, take this kid out.
Go.
Yeah, come here, you.
Let me go.
Take your hands off that kid.
What are you going to do about it?
Don't shoot, Dooley!
Get up, Nails.
You know what that's going to get you?
You're as good as in the chair right now.
What do you mean? It was self-defense.
I'll swear it wasn't, and they won't believe her. There's only one way out for both of us. We split the dough and lam it out of town.
Not a chance, Nails. We're through with you.
What do you say, Dooley? It's 30 grand apiece.
She's not stalling. We're going to wait for the police, and so are you.
You're crazy. I'm getting out of here.
Wait a minute, Nails. I wouldn't do that.
Get back, you fool.
He didn't mean to do it, Blackie.
What was Nails doing up here?
I came for the money.
Well, so you had it, huh? I should have taken the runt's advice. Your fingers started itching for that dough the minute I got you out of jail.
But Mary made me promise to turn it over to the cops.
That's true, Blackie. Every word. Wait, I'll show you.
Red, huh?
Yeah.
Here, you take it. Red and Nails moved in upstairs. They were waiting for Dooley. Oh, I'm sorry, Blackie. Everything's ruined now.
I couldn't help it, Blackie. They were gonna hurt the kid. Tried to get the gun away from Red and it went off. Guess I haven't got a chance now.
Yes, you have, a slim one. Now pull yourself together and get over to Manletter's factory right away. Act as though nothing happened. Get on the job. I'm getting this body out of here.
But we can't let you...
Clear up this apartment. Make it look as though nothing happened here.
But I got Mary as a witness. All I gotta do is tell the truth.
Yeah, sometimes the truth is hard to prove. I can see those headlines now. Payroll robber kills ex-buddy in fight over loot. That sounds like the truth, doesn't it? And the jury will call it murder.
But Mary can...
Yeah, Mary's your wife. They might not even let her testify. Now, come on, get going, Dooley. Faraday's due to check at the factory, and he might be here any minute.
I'm not gonna let you take any rap from me, Blackie.
Listen, I'm not taking any rap for you. It's those innocent guys I'm thinking of. Now, from here in, you'll do as I say and keep your mouth shut. Remember, you don't know anything. Not anything, understand?
Okay, Blackie, I'll do as you say.
Oh, Blackie, am I glad I found you. Faraday found me at Dooley's bench. I can feel his hot breath on our necks right now. Blackie, what's the...
Never mind, give me a hand.
Where are we going with this?
Gonna put a rat back in his hole. And when we get out of sight, Dooley. And when you get to the factory, tell him it was a little tough leaving your family the first day. Oh, wait a minute. From now on, I make all the moves, understand? All of them.
Okay, Blackie.
He's a jolly good fellow, he's a jolly good fellow, he's a jolly good fellow.
Imagine, at this time in the morning, and the one in the middle so drunk he can't even sing.
Where'll we put him?
In the bedroom.
All right, put up your hands, high as you can reach. Put them up, I said, all three of you, turn around. Oh, look what we've got here.
Recognize him, Chief?
Yeah, that's Red Taggart. Torpedo for Dooley and Nails Batten on the payroll job.
Fancy finding him here.
Yeah, looking so well, too, and fancy finding these other two fish. Turn around. Come on, frisk him.
Now listen, Inspector, I can explain everything. You see?
Yeah, wait a minute, Blackie, later on. I got a hunch we're going to find a wad of folding money on you. Thank you.
I got it.
I thought so. Call the coroner.
Tell him to hurry.
Tell him to hurry. I'll tell him.
Hurry. I never thought you'd go for murder, Blackie.
What makes you so sure it's murder, Inspector?
We didn't find this money on you. This gun wasn't in your pocket, and Red Taggart isn't dead at all, huh?
Well, finding me with a corpse doesn't prove anything. You don't
No?
stop a funeral and arrest the pallbearers just because they're toting a dead body, you know.
Your logic is simply hypnotic.
Thank you.
In a minute, you'll have me thinking that I killed this common thug. As soon as the coroner comes, I'm taking you down to headquarters, Blackie, and booking you myself for murder.
Now, wait a minute, Inspector. When Blackie came in here...
Quiet,
to try...
Rock, shut up.
But Blackie, he's...
Shut up, I said.
What puzzles me, Blackie, is why you went to all this elaborate scheme to get your hands on that loot.
You interest me strangely, Inspector. How do you figure it?
You didn't have me fooled for a minute, Blackie. I told you so in the governor's office. Pretty clever scheme, too, it was. You're going to reform every thug in every penitentiary in the country. Patriotic motive, too. So you get Dooley out, and he splits the money with you that he had stashed away every minute he was in jail.
That's an interesting theory, isn't it, Runt?
I'm not supposed to talk anymore.
I hope that's a promise. What you didn't count on, though, were the other two hoodlums. They showed up to get their split, so you balk. They balk a little, too, and that's the result. To think you almost got away with it.
Yes. Yes, but I didn't.
That's right.
Too bad. And that makes you the winner, Inspector.
You're right again.
Cigarette?
Thanks. No tricks, Blackie. Better throw it to me.
Okay, catch.
Oh. Tobacco's a nasty habit. I should have sworn off a long time ago.
Not a word out of you.
Coroner says he'd be right over, Chief.
Reach, Matthews.
Thank you.
The cigarette gang.
What's your next move?
The minute you walk out that door, I'm phoning Governor Rutledge.
Why?
What do you think?
You're not going to send those 10 parole men back to prison.
Your head is like a crystal ball. You can see right into the future with it.
But they don't deserve any more time for what I did.
Your little plot is flopped, Blackie, and you were stupid enough to keep Dooley Watson away from his job on the very first day.
Well, Dooley may have been late, but he showed up finally. I can prove it. Get Manletter on the phone.
10 will get you 100. He didn't show up.
I'll take that bet, only I'm giving you the odds. In the next room, gentlemen.
Just a minute. Here's Mr. Manletter.
Hello, Manletter. Inspector Faraday. Did Dooley Watson ever show up for work this morning?
Oh, yes. Yes, he's here. Absolutely, Inspector. What's that? A little late. Well, I think that was pretty human of him, don't you? Huh? Well, I mean, his first night home after 4 years. I imagine it's pretty hard for him to tear himself away.
All right, here's your 10.
Thank you, Inspector. Take it, Matthews.
Who, me?
Yes, buy yourself some good cigars.
Well, thanks.
Go ahead and laugh, Blackie. It may be your last chance for a long time. Maybe Dooley was at work today, but don't tell me he isn't involved in this killing somewhere, and I'm going to have the whole matter on the governor's desk before this evening.
Now, you'll be sorry, Faraday, if
Go
you
on,
do
get out of here, Blackie. Beat it. Scram, especially with those 2 guns in your hands. It'll make everything so much easier for me. And on your way down, stop at the station and reserve 10 seats on the 8:15 for Higbee Penitentiary. 10. And I'll see that they're all filled.
There are your guns. And there's the money.
What is this?
I've done some pretty raw things in my life, Inspector, but this is one time nobody's taking the blame. And you're not going to railroad those guys because of me.
Go on, keep talking, Blackie. You're beautiful when you're sentimental.
Dooley was late this morning. That was because he sent for me. He handed me that dough and told me to turn it over to you. He was determined to go straight, and he wanted to start even. Well, you were right. It was all part of my plan. I wanted that $60,000, and I had it. But I didn't get very far. Red and Nails had this apartment, and they were waiting for their split. I ran into them on the stairs, and there was a little argument. Nails turned yellow and beat it. Red got stubborn. So well, there he is.
I wasn't completely wrong after all, was I?
Well, you're wrong if you think you're going to get a conviction as easily as that. Not unless you make me one promise.
Oh.
You know, I can make it tough. I've had a pretty clean record for the last 15 years, Inspector.
Granted.
Might make you look even a little silly if I told them that Dooley did it and the jury believed me.
What's your proposition?
That you let me take the murder rap, and you don't interfere with what you call my noble experiment. How about it?
Okay, Blackie, it's a deal. Now, I won't have to worry about you for the rest of my life.
What's the matter with your memory, Inspector?
I forgot these things don't work on you. Come on.
Come on, Ron.
I don't believe everything I read in the paper. Blackie never killed nobody.
The way I see it, there's one man in the room that might enlighten us.
Yeah, what about it, Dooley?
You know, you got
How about it?
Yeah, we're all in this together. Give us some McCoy.
Got nothing to say, fellas.
Nothing.
Red Taggart was your buddy. You know what happened to him.
We didn't see you swear that Blackie done it.
We ain't gonna let him put the straps on Blackie without a fight.
Wait it out. I don't care what you do to me. I'm not talking, and that's final.
Wait a minute. Dooley, will you take an oath that Blackie done it?
No, I promised Blackie I'd keep my mouth shut.
Not for us.
All I know is that Blackie's taking a murder rap, and we ain't doing nothing about it.
We got a right to ask him one question. And we don't want a crooked answer. Did Blackie plug the guy?
Wait a minute, Tex! Wait a minute! What's the matter? Wait a minute. I think Dooley has the same feeling toward Blackie that we have.
Well, why don't he give us the lowdown?
I don't think
All right, if you gotta know, I'll tell you.
Red came to my house and was making trouble. He started shoving my wife and kid around. Came after me. I tried to get his gun and went off. Wasn't my fault. Okay, so now you know. Blackie made me promise I wouldn't tell a word to anybody. He wanted to work it out his own way.
I'm taking Dooley down to headquarters to tell that story. Who's coming with me?
Did you see about Blackie here in the paper? It's pretty awful.
It won't be when we're through.
Wait a minute. Where are you going?
Headquarters, Blackie no more killed Red Taggart than you did.
You know very well. Boys, come Calm down now, will you? You can't handle a thing like this. It's got to be done. We know Blackie didn't do it.
Oh, there's no use
we
talking.
can't. Blackie! You're just in time to...
For what?
Well, for some ice cream. I was going to take them all down and treat them to some ice cream.
Wait a minute. Who do you think you're kidding?
We started down...
Never mind. Inspector's been kind enough to bring me up here. There's something I want to say to you fellas. Everything in the paper's true. If the inspector doesn't mind, I'd like to say a few final things to these boys in private.
That's a trick, Chief. He's pulled that one on us before.
No fire escape. It's the 14th floor. I don't see any other doors. I guess it's all right. Even if you jump.
I'm warning you, Chief.
You got 5 minutes, Blackie. We'll wait outside. Break it up.
Come on, bring it up.
Break it up!
Wait a minute. I don't know. Hey, Black, what do I want to do? Blackie. What's the matter? What is this all about?
But listen, Blackie,
What?
The inspector was kind enough to bring me up here to say goodbye to you fellas. I've just confessed to the murder of Red Taggart. Some of you may call it a pretty cheap stunt. But 60 grand is 60 grand, and, well, you know, I always like big dough. I didn't realize that what I was doing would involve all of you, would jeopardize our plan. Believe me, that's the one thing I didn't want to do. But Inspector Faraday has assured me that he won't interfere with your jobs. And he's given that statement to the press. Now, don't let your emotions, a sense of loyalty, get the best of you. I killed a man, and, well, I'm ready to pay up accounts. You fellas have a job to do. Now, go ahead and do it. Mr. Manletter will take my place here. I know he'll see you through.
What's the matter with you?
The inspector was kind enough to bring me up here to say goodbye to you.
Take it easy. They know all about it, Blackie. I had to tell them.
Okay, now look, boys, I've got to talk fast. Nails Benton is the only witness to the shooting whose testimony will be worth a tinker's oath in court. I've got to find Nails and bring him back, and I've also got to get a confession out of it. Well, you know... I think I can brush off Faraday, but I don't want you boys in on it. So do what I tell you. Take your handkerchiefs and blindfold yourselves and down on your knees.
You mean now?
Run. Put it on repeat. That's one thing I didn't want to do. But Inspector Faraday has assured me that he won't interfere with your jobs.
Shall I meet too, Blackie?
Yes, you too. Come on, Runt. Give me a hand here, will you? Now, don't let your emotions, a sense of loyalty, get the best of you.
Still gabbering.
I killed a man, and, well, I'm ready to pay up accounts. You fellas have a job.
Pretty nice stogies,
Go
huh,
ahead
Chief?
and do it.
Well, you bought them for me.
Manletter will take my place here. I know he'll see you through. The inspector was kind enough to bring me up here to say goodbye to you fellas. I've just confessed to the murder of Red Taggart.
Yeah, but Black, you're not...
Some of you may call it a pretty cheap stunt. 60 grand is 60 grand, and, well, you know, I always like big
Hey,
dough.
Chief.
I didn't realize...
Seems to me I've heard that song before.
What song?
Well, Blackie's saying the same thing over for the third time.
I didn't want to do.
I don't get it.
But Inspector Faraday has assured me that he won't interfere with your jobs.
Give me some beef here.
He's given that statement to the press. Don't let your emotions, a sense of loyalty, get the best of you.
It's a record.
I killed a man, and, well, I'm ready to pay up accounts.
Don't anybody move or I'll let you have it.
Oh, how could they move, you fathead? Now, where'd Blackie and the Runt go?
Honest, I don't know, Inspector. None of us know. Nobody could see anything.
Well, they couldn't have vanished into thin air. There's only one door in the room.
No parachutes floating down.
Let's have a look here.
Oh, Chief, the secret panel stuff is corny. It went out with a horse car.
Okay, Brains. It may be corny, but give me a hand. Help me push this around. Hey! Come on, Blackie, open this thing up here. Blackie, come here. Come on, open this up, will you? Come on, Blackie, open this thing up here. You'll never get away with this, Blackie. Come on, open this thing up here.
Chief, to say goodbye to you fellas.
Blackie's still out there. I can hear him
I just
talking.
confessed to the murder of Red Taggart.
Are you proud of being a fugitive from a brain?
None of you may
Where
call
to
us.
now, Blackie?
Over to Nail's apartment. We might find something there that'll tell us where he is.
Come on,
Blackie,
you'll regret this. Open this thing up here, do you hear me?
Hey, Chief.
didn't
Chief, look.
realize-
Here's a book on how to catch criminals.
Would jeopardize our plan. Believe me.
Better not read it. It might smarten you up.
Blackie!
Can't go in there now.
All right, what do you want?
Hey, let go. We're a couple of dancing teachers from the Russian ballet.
Yeah, after we get them carpets off at the floor, we'll teach you guys how not to be wallflowers at a policeman's ball.
Fresh, eh?
Well, let's get them carpets out, will you? We ain't got all night.
Oh, is that it? Don't you fellas ever sleep?
No, a carpet a day keeps the moths away.
Well, Sonny, a little sleep wouldn't hurt you any.
All right, go ahead.
The chair, move the chair.
Oh, chair.
I'm feeling a little dizzy. I think I could use a glass of water.
Oh, hey, fellas, how about a glass of water?
Hey, what's the matter with him?
Exhaustion. He became a father at 1 o'clock this morning.
1 o'clock, he had plenty of time to rest.
Did you ever become a father twice in one night?
Twice in one. Oh, twins, huh? Well, that's different. Stay right where you are now. I'll get the water for you. Fan him, Frank.
You relax.
Oh, I'll be all right.
No. You relax. You must save your strength.
Hey, now what's the matter with him?
Blood transfusion. The twins were weak. He gave a whole pint.
A whole pint?
Mm-hmm. Haven't you noticed he was talking a little batty?
Yeah, I noticed that, all right, but it doesn't look to me as if he ever had a whole pint.
You boys better rest up for a while.
Can't do that. We're kind of short-handed down at the shop.
Well, if you could do that last night, I guess that maybe Joe and I could give you a hand with the rug.
Sure, you feeling better?
You relax, boys. Come on, Joe.
Yeah, I'll take your coat.
All right.
Start at this end, fellas.
Oh, okay. Throw him over there, huh?
Must be a lot of nail stuff over there. Get over to the closet. I want to see what's in the desk.
Okay. Oh, Joe.
Hey, where's Shorty? Oh, he went for half an aspirin.
Half an aspirin?
Yeah.
Nothing in there. Must be in the other room. How are we going to get in?
Well, here you are, boys.
Thank you, officers. You've been a great help. Come on, Hercules. Give me a lift.
Oh, hey. You shouldn't lift anything heavy for at least 2 weeks.
Thank you, officer. It's nice to know you have a heart.
Have you got a truck?
Right downstairs.
Come on, Frank. We'll take it downstairs for him.
Oh,
sure.
Well, that's awfully nice.
I'll open the door. Take it easy, boy.
Where do you think you're going with that rug?
We're giving your men a lift.
Our men? What men?
Well, your two helpers. The one that had a baby and the one that gave blood.
Yeah, and it's a fine company you're working for that makes a man go back to work a couple hours after he's had a baby.
What kind of double talk is this?
You're hijackers, Mac?
A couple of smart alecks.
Get out of the way.
Hey, put that rug down.
Or do we have to call a cop?
Oh, he wants to call a cop.
Look, son, you're talking to cops.
All right, come
Didn't you
on.
ever see a cop before?
Wait a
Don't you
minute, wait a
realize
minute. Where's your badge?
Where do you think it is?
It's on my coat. Come on inside.
Hello, operator. Connect me with police headquarters, please.
Police headquarters? Are you crazy?
We haven't finished searching the apartment, have we?
No.
The cops are still there, aren't they?
Yes.
We don't know where to find nails yet, do we?
Yes, but...
Hello. Police headquarters? Connect me with Inspector Faraday's office.
Inspector Faraday?
We gotta get those cops out of the apartment, don't we?
It's Blackie on the phone. He's disguising his voice. Trace the call. Inspector isn't here right now. Is there anything I can do for you?
Faraday's
I'd be glad to...
Trace this call he's got right away, will you? Hurry it up.
Never mind, he hung up.
Never mind, he hung up.
What's he up to, Chief?
He wants to make sure I'm not here. You call back in a minute. That's it. Pick it up.
Hello. Yes, this is Matthews. Oh, it's you, Inspector. Well, there's so much noise here. Yeah, certainly, Chief. Well, what do you want me to do?
Get over to Nails Banton's apartment, Sergeant, and send those 2 coppers back to headquarters at once. I'm coming right in, and I want to talk to them.
Right away, Chief.
I got a laugh. Blackie's setting a trap for himself.
The old boy must be slick.
Yeah, right into my hand.
And Inspector, my editor wants a statement from you for the late editions. He wants to know if you found any...
Yeah, sure. Tell him I'll have Boston Blackie within an hour.
Yeah, but will you be able to hold on to him? He wants to know that, too.
Come on. It worked. There's Matthews.
There's nothing in this room, Blackie. We searched this room before. We better try the bedroom.
You don't suspect a thing, Chief. I can see your picture on the front page of every paper in town.
You cover the fire escape. You take the service entrance. I'll go in the front way alone.
Alone? Hey, Chief, I'll be with you.
It's the same thing. It's Matthews.
Mm-hmm. I know the sound of his 18s. I mean the size, not the coupon.
Come on, you tramp, Blackie. You might as well let us in. Go around and see if the other door's locked. In there.
Me in there?
Yeah, hurry.
That one's locked too, Chief.
Oh, you lummox. Get out of your feet.
Tripped me.
Did you see him?
No, sir.
They didn't come out of the apartment, Inspector.
Well, I'm sure they're in here someplace.
Must be a secret panel, Chief.
Ah, that's kind of corny, isn't it?
Toodaloo, boys.
Hold where you are, I'll cut the rope.
That's a tough rope, Matthews. Better use a sharp knife.
Get him off downstairs. You can't cut that rope. They'll drop 5 floors.
Yeah, but we can scare them.
Yeah. All right, Blackie, you asked for it.
You're gonna cut the rope, Matthews. Better use the sharp edge of the knife.
Let's pull him up. Give me a hand.
Blackie, what'll we do?
Keep quiet.
If they want to come down, we'll help them.
Hey, that makes sense.
Come on, Joe, pull hard.
We're losing ground, Chief.
Rope, not ground. Pull.
What's happening, Blackie?
I don't know. Are you near an opening?
Yep.
You get out first.
Give me a hand!
Come on back, Joe.
Blackie!
Help! Chief! Get me out of here! Hey, help! Chief! Help! Get me out of here!
Okay, Sergeant, we'll save you. Let go, Runt.
Help! Oh, Chief!
Oh, what an experience. Stop reminiscing and give me a hand.
Guess they got away. All right, but don't say it.
Blackie, this isn't going to help any. We're still in a jam.
Yeah, and we'll stay in one until we find nails.
Yeah, we had to become reformers.
This is really against the rule, but the man said it was very important, so you go ahead.
Thanks very much, Mr. Manley.
Yeah.
Hello? Nails? You shouldn't have called me here. Sure, I had the money, but we turned it over to the cops.
If the cops had the money, it'd be on the front page of every paper in town. No, I'm not taking any chances, chum. If you don't come across, I got a little special argument alongside of me. I got your wife and kid up here as my special guests.
You're lying.
That's what you think. How would you like to have the little woman whisper something into your ear? Hold on.
Keep your head, honey. Trace this call and send for the police. He wouldn't dare do anything to us.
Try anything funny and you'll find out.
Nails. Don't hurt her, please. I'll get the money. I'll get it up there somehow. Just tell me where you are, and I'll be there right away.
Oh, no. You're not gonna bring any help. You got a pencil? Then take this down. Get on the Mount Vernon Express that leaves at 7 o'clock. Then at exactly 8 o'clock, go out on the observation platform. That's right. You'll see a skyrocket go off into the air. Now, that's your signal to jump off the train, go up on the highway, and get into a car. You'll know the car. It's mine. That's right.
Sure the wife and kid are okay?
Sure, it's you he wants, not them. Get in there.
Who is it?
Dooley.
Open the door, Richie. Hello, Dooley.
Daddy!
Oh, Dooley. Oh,
I got
honey.
you as fast as I could. Can the mush, both of you. I'll take the little package.
There isn't any little package, Nails. Came to get my wife and kid, and we're leaving.
Your what?
Now, listen, Nails, I haven't got the dough.
We gave it to Blackie.
Well, you're really in a tight squeeze, sister.
No, she's right. When Blackie was nabbed, he had the 60 grand on him.
Keep talking.
Now it's in a safe down at police headquarters.
Are you kidding me?
If I had the dough, I'd give it to you, but I haven't got it, and you gotta believe that.
You're lying. You'll never live to see the day when you can double-cross me. It's my money, and I want it. Your wife and kids going to stay here until you decide to know where it is.
I know how you feel, gentlemen, and I wish there was something I could say to you to cheer you up, but you've all been very conscientious workers, and I've been very proud to employ you. I say that very
We
sincerely.
certainly appreciate it, Mr. Manletter.
Yeah, every one of us does.
No matter what happens, Mr. Manletter, we'll never forget that you were willing to take a chance on us.
Oh, it was Blackie.
Why all the gaiety, boys?
Well, Blackie, am I glad to see you. Says here you were captured. Look.
Yeah?
Oh, say, I need glasses. I was so excited I didn't even look at the whole thing.
Martha, we've got a tough job ahead of us. We've got to locate Nails. Say, Dooley should know something about that. How about it, Dooley? Hey, where is Dooley? Where is he? What's the matter? What's happened?
Oh, well, Blackie, Dooley got a strange call at the plant this afternoon. 5 minutes later, he disappeared.
It cinches a return trip to Higbee for us.
Who called him?
Well, I don't know. It was a man. I told him I didn't allow calls, and he said I better get Dooley or else.
Could have been Nails. He might think Dooley still has that 60 grand.
Yeah. The papers don't say anything about the police having it.
Well, Faraday's using that for bait. He'd like to get a hold of Nails, too. Supposing I could lay my hands on that money tonight.
Say, that would be headline news.
Yeah. Then Nails would come looking for me, wouldn't he?
That's an idea.
Excuse me, officers. Could you please tell me where I could find Miss Edna Coonahan and Miss Grace Bailey in jail here?
In jail? They're the scrub women. You'll find them in the basement.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Messenger boy, huh? That's the wharf for you. Looks like he's been dead for 40 years.
His father's probably playing shortstop with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Hey, Beard. Hey, you with the chin drapes.
Yes, sir.
Got a match?
Yes, sir. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I bet you haven't got that insured.
No, sir. Ain't had it long enough. Thank you, sir. A telegram from Miss Coonahan and Miss Bailey.
For us?
Mm-hmm.
Now, who would be sending us the telegram? Glory be. Oh, sure, there must be some mistake. Even though it has me own name on it.
And here, this package came with it.
The winners of the contest. And it's a fine strapping boy you are to be delivering a message to Edna Coonahan, who for 30 years has been an honest scrub woman and never in all her life has she entered a contest. Edna, look, champagne. A fine package it is. And a fine joke it is for a strapping young fellow like you to be playing on a couple of old ladies.
I'm not a strapping young fella. I'm 60 years of age, and I have no time for jokes. Now, please sign this.
It isn't for us, and I'll sign no such thing. Edna, it's awfully nice champagne. I'll have none of that devil's brew. Here.
Now, look, lady, you stop pushing.
Seems to me, for an old man, that it's a bad time to have a change of voice.
Now, wait a minute, lady.
Here. What's going on? Is this young boy annoying you two ladies?
I'm not a young boy, and I'm not annoying anyone. I came here to tend to my business.
Look at the joke he's been playing on us. If he isn't a boy, then he's in his second childhood, he is.
Oh, faith, 'tis no joke. 'Tis by the grace of Inspector Faraday that your names were entered into contest.
Huh?
To find the two most efficient scrub women in our fair city.
Hey, you see, Edna? I knew it was all right.
Yes, a legitimate contest. Sponsored by the Manhattan Janitors Supply Company.
Well, the two of the best scrub women in the whole city. Oh, well, that we are, that we are.
Now, will you please sign this? I've got to get out of here.
That I will, young man, that I will. And pleased I be if you'll accept our apologies.
Now, just a minute, messenger. It's not going off in a huff like that, you'll be. Not while we have champagne to drink a toast to the lucky winners.
Sure, that I will, that I will. Sit down.
Oh, well, just one. We haven't begun our work yet, you know.
There we are. Looks like good wine.
Oh.
And one for you. Well, here we go. Two of the winners.
To the winner. To the winner.
And now one for our very good friend, Inspector Faraday.
There's times when he hasn't got a silver tongue in his head.
Well, surely you wouldn't begrudge the inspector a toast, even for that, would you?
To the inspector? To the inspector.
To the inspector.
And now we'll be after giving that to our mark.
Oh, not before we drink a toast to the man who's given the inspector many hot coals to handle.
Oh, Joe, just a thimbleful. That's it.
I suggest a little toast to Boston Blackie.
Boston Blackie. To Boston Blackie.
Well, I've had enough.
How about a little toast to Mother's Day? You ladies had mothers, didn't you?
Oh, that I can't deny. That I can't deny. To Mother's Day.
To Mother.
And what comes after Mother's Day, ladies?
Father's Day.
No. To Father's Day.
Oh, I think I've had enough.
Me too.
Excuse me, but...
Ouch! Shut up.
What do you suppose the safe is?
I don't know, but I've got an unhealthy idea. It's in Faraday's office.
Just unhealthy, huh?
I told you I don't know. If Blackie walked in that door this very minute, I wouldn't be so sure he wouldn't get away. And remember, boys, I'm talking off the record.
But, Inspector,
No buts. When I get Blackie, I'll give you the story. Now, that's all, boys.
Okay, thanks.
Listen, Matthews, why don't you take care of these? What goes on? This is no time to clean my office. I'm busy. Can't you come back later?
This ought to be a cinch for you, Blackie.
No, I'm a little out of practice.
Hey, I better pull that shade out. They might see us through the door.
Yes, and they might get suspicious. I'll have this thing open before anyone sees it.
Well, what's the use? I might as well pull it down. There's no use in taking any chances. How you doing, boss?
There we are.
Boston Blackie.
Uh-huh.
Here, Jack.
get out of here.
No, it's too late. They know we're in here.
Oh, Blackie. Blackie, this is the end.
No, it isn't. Lie down, play dead.
Hey, Chief, come here, quick. What's the matter? I got some robbers in the stolen property room. Can you imagine what had happened if the newspapers found out the vault at headquarters had been robbed? Pin it right here.
Dangerous robbers, eh? Pin it right here, eh?
Well, how did I know they were cleaning the blind on the door?
How did you know anything? Open the windows and give these women some air.
All right, let's go over here. Come on. Hey, pretty rough skin on this dame.
What did you expect, Sergeant? A cover girl?
Take all the time you want, girls. Rest up and you'll be all right in a little while. Come on, boys.
But my office wants you to answer just one
Don't
question,
interrupt. It all
Inspector.
comes to
They
me
want
fine.
to know.
You go ahead.
They want to know what became of the $60,000 you found on Blackie.
Oh, they do they? Well, you can tell them it's right here at headquarters in the safe.
Chief,
Don't
you
interrupt.
remember the little scrub woman? She needed a shave. I tell you, she needed a shave.
Well, send her to a barber shop. You...
What? Yeah.
You nitwit!
Hey!
Looks like he's been giving us the McCoy.
Guess I owe you an apology.
Well, now that you know that I was telling you the truth, you gonna let us go?
What's your hurry? Richie, get the other two in here and keep your eye on them.
Where you going, Nels?
I got some work to do. Blackie did me a big favor. I want to find him and express my thanks.
Hello, Nails.
I got to talk to you, Jumbo.
What do you want?
I'm looking for a guy. Maybe you can help me.
Blackie?
You're a character, Jumbo. You know everything.
I don't give information to everybody.
No? Maybe this will help change your mind.
Have it your own way, Nails. Remember, I didn't ask you in here.
I didn't come here to flash a rod on you, Jumbo. I gotta find Blackie.
Drop that gun, Nails. You found him.
Blackie!
Now, don't move and drop that gun. You better do as he says, Nails. Are you gonna drop it, or shall I do it for you? You convince easy, Nails. It's the first gun I've seen all day. Cute little object, isn't it?
Yeah, and you're pretty cute, too, Blackie, but it ain't gonna pay off.
That's where you're wrong, Nails. I wanted to find you much worse than you wanted that 60 grand.
Oh, kidding me. That's a lot of letters.
Let 'em up. This is gonna kill you, Nails. I'm giving that dough back to the cops.
What?
Sure, I don't want it. I want you. I walked into headquarters and borrowed that money. And you saw my ad in the headlines, and that's why you're here. You know, I didn't ask you to come in here. Remember?
You guys must be crazy. Getting your claws on me ain't gonna get you anywhere.
Oh, it isn't, huh? Why do you think I lured you down here, Nails? I'll get this through that thick skull of yours. I'm not going to hang because Red Taggart got in the way of one of his own bullets. Not me. That's why you're here. You're going down to headquarters and tell Faraday exactly how Red Taggart was killed.
In your ivory hat, I will. I came here to get what was coming to me.
You'll get what's coming to you, all right. Come on, get going.
You must be stuffing $1 million brain of yours with birdseed, Blackie. Remember, I'm on it for a holdup. It's only a 5-year stretch. You're on it for murder. That's the fireworks with the time fuse. Why don't you get some sense, Blackie? You know I ain't gonna sing to the police. I'll take the stretch. It's cheaper. You'll go to the chair.
Come on.
plug you. But you're worth one of me alive. Put him up, Brent. Where's the fat ox? Well, he had it coming. That's just a sample, understand? Where's that money, Blackie?
Safe in my apartment where you'll never find it.
That's what you think. Get going, both of you. Get going! We're on a fast express, Blackie, and the next stop is your apartment.
Hello, is this police headquarters? I'd like to speak to Inspector Faraday.
Here we are, Nails.
Now, Blackie, dig up the dough. Plenty of time to look in the kitchen if it doesn't show up anyplace else. Well, where is it?
It's in the safe.
Don't kid me. You wouldn't hide it in no safe.
Nails, I can see it's no use trying to fool you. You're much too smart. No, it's in the living room.
Well, let's go.
Let's go, Ron.
Faster, faster.
All right.
All right, where? Where is it?
Take it easy, Nails. This is a big room.
Why don't you go hide in a donut?
It's over here, Nails. Just push the bookcase. It's behind it.
So you can lock me in the wall, huh? You think I'm gonna fall for that old gag?
I knew two guys who did once. Mighty clever people.
Let's go, get ready. Are you all right, Blackie?
Sure, I'm all right.
Yes.
Arthur, you're like the United States Marines.
The only difference is that Nails landed first.
Well, someone has to land first so the Marines can land first and run them off. You know, like the Japs?
Oh, say, Jumbo Madigan called.
Yeah?
Madigan? Yes, Mr. Nails, Madigan. He just phoned.
Thanks for the information. You made me think I killed Jumbo, so I talk up for you and Dooley.
Inspector Faraday's on his way over.
Well, that'll only give us a few minutes to sweat the truth out of this skunk.
You'll do a lot more sweating than I will.
You asked for this, Nails. Get a rope, Rod.
You've been seeing too many bad movies, Blackie.
If you'd seen a few more, you might have known enough to search me. Here you are, Arthur.
One.
Take him over the window, boys. Come on, boys.
Come on, let's go. Let's get him. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's
Ready now. Get out of here.
Get ready.
All right, tie the rope around him and open the window.
Don't hang me out the window. It's 14 stories.
Why don't you try counting them on the way down?
It's going to be horrible.
Good and tight, boys. Right around the middle. That's it.
Maybe we ought to put a blindfold on him.
Yeah, man. Shut up over
Don't do this to me. Don't.
Now listen, Nails, you can save yourself if you talk. If you don't, you're no good to us alive. Now throw him out. I'll give him a minute. If you don't talk then, let go of the rope.
No, Blackie. Here he goes. Come on, get him out there. Get him out. Get him out there. Push it.
Hold on, Rob. We got it. How do you like it?
Get me a towel. You've got 15 seconds, Nails. If you don't talk then, we're dropping you.
Blackie, if he doesn't sing, our goose is cooked.
10 seconds.
Blackie, it's ripping. Pull me up. Pull me up. Don't let it rip.
5 seconds.
Don't let it rip.
4 seconds.
Open the door, we'll break it down.
3 seconds. 2 seconds.
I'll talk. Don't let it drop. I'll talk. I'll tell everything. I'll tell everything.
Stick him up. Hold on to that rope, all of you.
Oh, yeah?
You're just in time, Inspector.
For what?
A confession and a possible promotion.
Yeah?
Okay, Nails, let us have it. We'll let you drop.
Sure, Blackie. I'll confess. You had nothing to do with any of this. Dooley Watson was going to turn over 60 grand to the police. He was going straight. Red and I came up for our split. Red pulled his gun. Dooley made a grab for it. He had to. It was either him or Red. That's how Red was killed.
I had a hunch you'd get out of this, Blackie. No kidding, I think I was pulling for you.
I really think you mean most of that, Inspector.
Blackie, can we drop him now, please?
Okay, let him go. Bring him in, boys.
Here's your money, Inspector.
And here's your man, Inspector. All right, take him away.
Well, I gotta hand it to you, Blackie. That's a very clever capture.
You shouldn't say those things about yourself, Inspector. You should let me say them, like this. Congratulations, Inspector, on a very clever capture.
You heard me the first time, Blackie. But thanks a lot for your help. And now will you tell a dumb copper how this all happened?
Sure, I'll tell you over a spot of tea.
And so, with the sanction of Governor Rutledge and the parole board, you men have been chosen as the second group to be paroled into the custody of Boston Blackie. As I call your names, step forward. George Kay, Harold Sobel, William Vincent, Wheeler Jones, Elmer Coast, Stanley Bramer, Max Featherstone, Robert Fagan.
Blackie, I don't like it.
Don't like what?
Wheeler Jones, the train robbery upstate, remember?
Runt, will you forget it?
Oh, I suppose he's got a wife and kid, too, huh?
He has. And they've been waiting 4 long years for him.
Well, did you like the movie? I hope so. We enjoy bringing you these old black and white murder mysteries from the 1930s and 40s. And if you enjoy seeing them as much as we enjoy presenting them, you can see the best of them right here. Black and white murder mysteries on Hastings Mystery Theater. Good evening.